Hey, boys and girls, it's your boy King Jiffy Coast coming at you with another great video today. We're gonna be putting nuts and butts in watching cartoons. We're not watching any cartoons, just nuts and butts. Lots of fucking nuts and butts, my baby boys and baby girls. This is what I like to hear. We're gonna get right into it. I am a huge fan of one locale in particular. There's one locale out there who really has my heart. Now, my first video to ever, and I mean ever hit 1K, let's pull this up right here, ever hit 1K, was a video I did a long ass time ago. Let's see if I still have it. Videos, popular, where is it? There it is. What happened? Review Tech USA is a joke. That was my first video to ever hit 1,000 views. Hands down was my first video. It was kind of a big deal for me. I mean, it really hardened my nipples, tickled my micro penis in a lot of different ways. My face seems very blown out right now. And like my FPS is dropped to like -5 on my camera. What the fuck is that, dude? Why is this happening? What's going on here? What's going on here? We gotta look at settings. We gotta look at camera settings, video sharpness. I don't care about any of that, to be honest with you. Why is my frame rate fucking 0, bro? Whatever. I don't give a fuck. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. Whatever. We fucking chillin', dog. We fucking chillin'. Dude, it's so ass. I need to get a more powerful PC if I'm ever going to be, like, fully effective at life. But anyways, my first video to ever do incredibly well was this one right here. Let's see how terrible this shit is. Oh, this is meta as fuck.
USA in a flash. Birds. I love birds. It's a representation for penis. I'm Review Tech USA. Time to get into some low-key drama. Skibidi-bop-bop-bop-bop-boo! That is every single one of his videos. It takes about 5 minutes. Sometimes he's actually kind of informative. But here's the problem with this son of a bitch. This fat loser piece of shit. He cannot get over.
Dude, I did not. So, at this time, I'm going to remove this before I get in trouble for that meme that I posted in the left corner. It got that video age restricted. I didn't even know what age restricted meant. I was like, oh shit, is my channel going down? Oh, we gonna die? But anyways, I honestly just was like, okay, this is big for me. This is my big fucking awesomeness. And I almost changed my whole niche to lolcows. Now, I'm glad I didn't, to be honest with you. I am very glad I didn't, because that's a waste of fucking time. Not for the people who do it, but, like, for me. I don't think I have the wherewithal to spend every day researching fucking locales. It would drive me nuts. I enjoy the video game shit I do. But Rich has a soft place in my heart because this dude's a fucking clown. He's always been a clown. Now, I found some of his tech videos interesting. I think his intro is fucking amazing. But that intro doesn't fucking exist anymore because he nuked his entire fucking channel. This dude took his channel, shoved 80 dicks into it, and said, goodbye forever. Goodbye, channel. And he had a mental breakdown. See, this dude has a mental breakdown at least once a month and shuts down Twitter. Now, he's had a lot of dramas over the years. To try to catalog every one of these dramas, you have to be, like, insanely autistic in the good kind, if you know what I mean. Is that offensive? I don't fucking know. I don't know. Probably we're gonna go with probably pretty offensive. What the fuck is going on with my frame rate? It's never this bad. Maybe it is this bad. I don't fucking know. I don't really pay attention to myself. But here we go. We're going into some Review Tech USA drama.
Year-old Big Dicks. So, Review Tech USA deleted his channel. Honestly, I didn't think he'd go through with it. At the most, I thought he might pretend to delete it, but then bring it back almost immediately. You know, like how he does with his Twitter account. But nope, Review Tech USA's 15-year-old Big Dick 7-digit behemoth.
I can't believe he did this. This is such a stupid move. Like, people are gonna... Like, he still has his live stream channel. Like, what the fuck? Why? Why wouldn't you just upload random shit? You literally... Bro literally fucking has a live stream channel. He could be doing what I'm doing. React to shit. React or commentate to shit. Load it up as your own video. Asmongold does it. Turkey Tom does it. Any fucking big YouTuber out there. Mr. Beast even did shit like this. Not to the same, like, level and edge. But it's just like... It's just like, why the fuck wouldn't you keep your shit going? Why wouldn't you keep functioning your channel? I don't get it. I don't fucking get it.
YouTube channel is gone for real, to the shock of other content creators all across the platform.
Review Tech USA, who I've collaborated with, yeah, he deleted his channel. He has over 1 million subscribers, and he deleted his channel.
But here's the thing, too. Subscribers don't mean jack and shit, to be honest. I mean, they mean something when you're getting monetized, for sure. And they do mean something when somebody sees a video and they're like, I don't know if I should click on this mother trucker. I don't know if this is going to be somebody I'm going to like. Oh, he's got a lot of subscribers. He must be relevant. It matters in that case, but, like, in terms of, like, keeping your channel up for just the subscribers... The thing that is important is putting out quality content, which is something Review Tech can't do after he fucking fired his editor over petty bullshit.
Yesterday, he deleted his channel. He just straight up clicked.
I loved this video. This Dreamcast guy video where Dreamcast can pretend like he can give advice to somebody else. What a fucking clown.
Delete on a YouTube channel with over 1 million subscribers.
A channel...
RGT85 is probably my favorite of all these new shill fucking guys. I find him mildly interesting. Out of all of them, he's probably my favorite.
Of over 1 million subscribers, just gone in an instant because of a potentially knee-jerk reaction.
Review Tech USA, pretty similar channel setup to mine, and this was a creator that I watched for years myself, right? So, like, you know, this is just a weird situation.
It's so fucking weird, though. It's so fucking weird how you could be so fucking inundated that you're like, drama's happening to me, I'm deleting my channel, look how Live's being mean to me, and that's literally, he was getting fucking shots, like hardcore shots hitting him from fucking lolcow Live. Boogie2988 was roasting Review Tech USA. That motherfucker faked cancer. How are you losing to somebody who faked fucking cancer, dog?
To kind of watch unfold as somebody who used to be a fan of the guy, who used to watch his videos and whatnot, right?
Rich from Review Tech USA was one of those channels
Bro, dude, you know what's sad? He's literally, this guy fucking got a W on Rich. This is Tipster. Tipster can't fucking find a W in a W bucket. Like, what the fuck is this AIDS dragon doing roasting and winning against Review Tech USA? And the fact is, this guy's had a couple W's against, like, some shit lately, but he's became a locale in and of himself. He used to be a part of the commentary community. He used to be, like, up there with Augie RFC and Nicholas Diorio and all those fucking clowns. He was, like, with them, and then he got on this weird simp cycle, just like Rich, where he just went online and simped to fucking random girls. Dude's fucking married. Like, bro, quit simping to bitches online when you're fucking married. Like, dude, you won't find a single tweet on my Twitter where I reach out to a fucking e-girl and try to get her panties or some shit. But I bet you can find it in Tipster's backlog.
really enjoyed. Usually when I wanted to keep on top of what the latest gaming news was, Rich was my go-to guy.
Rich was never my go-to. I watched Rich to get the worst fucking take imaginable. He was so trash. Dude, it's like, how many fucking videos can I make on one single topic because it's hitting the algorithm? Rich will tell ya. 40 videos on DKOLD, 60 videos on Quantum TV, 30 videos on some other dude. Let's put Phil in the fucking background. Like, dude became DSP except for worse.
For that.
This is all extremely performative because none of these dudes were actually watching Rich's video.
Yeah, none of these people fucking cared. This is all people that saw it as a moment to make content. And I fucking credit to this motherfucker right here. The dude who had his first video that blew up, was on Rich from Review Tech USA. I didn't make a fucking video. I didn't with my fucking laggy ass camera right here. What the fuck is going on with my camera, dog? But no, I didn't make a video because I was like, everybody's gonna make a fucking virtue signaling simp video, and then I was gonna come out there and be a dick to him for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and I just didn't want to do that. I thought it was fucking low-hanging fruit. I thought it was a waste of time. I saw too many fucking virtue signaling douchebags doing it. It just wasn't for me. So I decided to just like let that one slide.
Videos in year of our Lord 2024. His views were trash, his reputation was in the gutter, and he was bleeding subs every week. By his own admission, he was only making about $600 off his million subscriber channel with over 5,000 uploads. RTU's channel was dead. It had been dying for a good minute, and he wasn't gonna put in any effort to
No, because he's a lazy fuck. He's a lazy fuck who doesn't know how to... He doesn't understand how to keep his channel going. A lot of the legwork, I think, was his editor. And he just sat there and talked for 10 minutes. And he could barely do that. He was too fucking lazy to do that. And decided to stop putting out content. Was going to retire after the Quantum TV drama. Retired, went to his live streams. Wasn't getting a lot of pickup there. Went back to his channel. Started grinding some DK Oldies shit. And then retired again. And then came back again. It's like, what the fuck, man? Pick a lane, motherfucker. I am glad that he deleted his channel just for that. Just for that, he finally showed some initiative and stood behind something. Because the motherfucker, like I said, deletes Twitter once a month just for attention. It's attention horse shit. And then he comes out there and acts like big dog on the field. I'm fucking big dog on the field, baby.
build it, especially now that he didn't have an editor to do most of the real work. Rich's channel dipping below 1 million subscribers was an inevitability.
Move in silence, bro. Can't move fucking across his house in silence. That bitch is shaking.
Still,
Why is everyone spy?
Like, here's the thing. While I was at plays, I do want to say, it's just like, it's sad, dude, because nobody even gives a fuck about Rich. Nobody gives a shit about Rich. Like, Rich is...
It costs Rich literally $0.00 to just keep it up as an archive and passive income machine. So,
well, he doesn't want it as an archive because then people can see his shit-ass takes. And then he gets flack. And big man Rich, big tough man Rich, you want to fuck with me? I'm tough Rich. Doesn't want people to have ammunition against him.
so what's actually going on here? This is Richard Masucci we're talking about. A man who hates leaving any money on the table. A guy who almost destroyed his reputation when he initially refused to pay Big Cheese $200.
Yeah, dude almost fucking, there was a bunch of people after Rich back in the review, I think it was Review Hell USA era when he was a lolcow and people actually gave a shit about him. This era, like, this is sadder now because nobody gives a shit.
He owed him for a computer and then successfully destroyed his reputation when he initially refused to pay his editor the amount he promised.
There is a fun conspiracy that goes on with this editor. Now, I don't know how real this is, right? I don't know how authentic this news is, and it's just kind of hearsay, and it's alleged. It's all alleged. Allegedly. I'm doing the YouTuber thing. I'm fucking allegedly. Allegedly, he gave his editor a PC that was originally meant for Darkside Phil, and it was because Darkside Phil's computer broke, and it had a keylogger on it. And keylogger then ended up with Jay, and after him and Jay had a messy breakup, all of a sudden Review Tech started popping up places, knowing shit that couldn't be known. Anything that has happened that Jay has said, oh, Review Tech knows, and it's just really kind of curious. Really fucking kind of curious. That is a federal offense. But this is alleged. I'm not saying he did it. I'm not saying he didn't do it. I'm just saying that's the word on the street. And I be motherfucking streetwise.
Promised he would pay him in the scenario that Rich fired him. Just what would motivate a dude this miserly to suddenly set easy money on fire? Well, according to Rich, it's because he felt burdened by it.
The burden wasn't the maintenance. The burden was just it existing. The channel just painted me in a light that I don't want to be anymore.
Yeah, Kamala Masucci over here deleted his channel to
Kamala fucking Masucci. Kamala Masucci. That's fucking good, dude. That's fucking good. I like that. That's so funny, dude. What the fuck? That's so fucking good. I like that, dude. Just talk in circles. That's all Rich does. Talk fucking circles, and that's all that bitch did too.
unburden himself.
That's why she didn't get elected. You can say whatever you want about her orientation or how she looked. It was because she didn't stand for anything. She was nothing. She was a fucking hollow shell. You can look at these fucking eyes and see this. She was a hollow fucking shell. Oh, did I tell you I had a mid-class or a mid-class family? Shut the fuck up, dude. What are you gonna do to get Ace cheaper? What are you gonna do? Nothing. There was nothing. It was substanceless. And that's something, like, I have nothing against Democrats. And I think, like, in order for this country to do well, you have to have some pushback from the left and some pushback from the right. I think that's just how things have to work. You will find somewhere in the middle to be happy, and then we'll be chilling. But the problem was, if you're going to run a candidate, run somebody who stands on motherfucking business. Like, those people were begging for you to run Bernie Sanders, but what did they do? Not run Bernie Sanders.
From what has been. I didn't buy this little narrative of Rich's. If he was capable of feeling shame about something, he wouldn't act like a cam girl, taking off his shirt and kissing cocks for money. And lo and behold,
bro has a weird ass fucking body. He's too old to be doing this shit, dude. Like, I get that, like, people pay him to do that shit or whatever, but, like, really, dude, that's what people want to see.
My Negro Damas third eye proved true once again. But before we get to the real reason why Review Tech USA decided to commit YouTube seppuku, we gotta go over Rich's recent shenanigans leading up to this reveal. Somehow, Rich has gotten even lazier since he became just a streamer. Current Review Tech is low energy, less entertaining.
I heard something that he asked his fucking chat on Discord or on something that would they still watch him if he were he like streamed without a camera on and just played the video games from his bedroom. Like, dude's so lazy. He can't even turn the fucking camera on. Now, I get streaming without a camera, but, like, to preface it so you can stream from bed, bro, this dude's trying to get on my 600-pound life by just, like, being the laziest streamer in the world.
Entertaining and just not fun to watch. Not even in a hate-watching.
He's boring, and then he just shills about, like, left-wing politics for, like, 2 hours. It's fucking lame.
Detractor sort of way. Rich's newer streams are really at their most watchable when they involve other content creators. And that's been happening quite a bit, because last month, Rich went on the warpath. He kept saying that he was gonna take some time off.
I'm taking a month off anyway if people hate me after this.
But instead, he just kept going live to be mad at the internet and fight other people online. Rich is now kind of like a former champion who lost his belt in embarrassing fashion. Just got his ass.
Bro, fucking fire anime. This anime is fucking fire. Now, I can't remember what it's called. Let me know in the comments below. Or in chat or whatever. Just fucking let me know. I can't remember what it's called. But it's good. It's fucking good. I loved this anime from start to finish. It's one of my favorite animes. I love boxing too. Any boxing movie, I'm gonna fucking watch it.
Ass laid out. But he thinks he's just 1 or 2 good KOs away from redeeming himself and making a comeback. I'm sorry, Rich, but you're washed. In this show, during the series of ass clappings you received from literally everyone you tried to pick a fight with while running.
Not even the good kind of ass clapping. Not that kind of ass clapping where you're like getting that twerk on. It's like pop, pop, pop. No, this is like ass clapping like the sex kind.
A week-long gauntlet of humiliation. A gauntlet during which
I fucking love this dude's voice, by the way, too. He is meant for this this career. He should be like doing this for more characters. And dude, if hey, listen right here, what's his name? Fucking Mikey No More. If you ever want to come on stream and fucking wiling up with me, I am more than happy to. My Discord's in my bio, dude. It's more than happy to like rizz up some fucking lolcowdom with you.
which Rich would get exposed figuratively and literally to the rest of the internet. The origins of this mess I'm about to briefly debrief you on started back, well, it's been brewing for a minute, but it really came to a head on October 16th, just 2 days before Rich would delete his channel. He was doing an 8-hour mega live stream, but around the 5.5-ish hour mark, Rich started tweaking a little and going off on the lolcow live guys a bit.
Pissed at me as a guy in a show with fucking fake cancer. I guess that's real. Nothing else about the show is fucking real. Yeah, come defend myself. Come defend yourself on my show so I...
Dude, this is so weird, dude. If somebody was like talking shit about me and they were like, come on my show and defend yourself, I'd show up even if I was just gonna clown on them. Even if I was just gonna be a fucking insufferable asshole on the show. I would still try to show up and be entertaining at the least, but that's Rich's problem. I'd watch Locale when he was on there one time, just like during the whole Jay saga, because they were honestly on his side. Like, oh, you fired your editor. This is bullshit. You shouldn't have to pay him. Blah 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 blah. Blah. But anyways, I like, he's just so sleepy. He's so boring. He has nothing. The only thing that makes him like dietable is if somebody makes a video like this.
I profit. No, thank you. Come defend yourself on.
But he wanted him to go on to his boring ass show. It would have been better exposure for you, Rich. This is like some knowledge that I'm dropping on you right now. It's like me saying, "Oh, I come on to my show and defend it." Now, fuck that, dude. I got like 3 concurrent viewers at the most sometimes, and it's like, dude, go fucking on a show that actually has a concurrent viewer base and defend yourself. Try to make yourself look good. And if you look bad, at least people will, like, a local audience will show up and watch you. And that's a net fucking positive. Then they'll pay for you to do stupid shit. It was just a bad business move. It was fucking autistic. And this is all about his big man, I'm better than you, I'm so virtuous thing. It was like when he one time ran into fucking, what was it? He ran into a mall. He went into a mall just to talk shit about the quartering. Because he was like big mad at the quartering. The quartering's big bad boy. I don't like him. Grifter, grifter, grifter. Exactly what Rich is. Rich is a fucking grifter. He is like the definition of a grifter. He will lie continuously to make himself look good. But he goes into this mall and just shouts like, the quartering is a giant pussy. And none of these fucking poor people care about this internet shit. No, they don't. Just leave him alone. And then when he had the opportunity to fight the quartering, you know what he did? Back the fuck out like a bitch.
On my show for baseless debunked allegations that I helped put out there even more.
Especially Boogie, who was in chat.
And yeah, hey Boogie, since we're all putting it out there, I may have put weight back on, but I'm still nowhere big as I was before. You are as fat as you were before, basically, with your fucking gastric bypass surgery.
Dude, this is not a flex, bro. Just because you're slightly less fat than Boogie2988 and you're like, you're still fucking fat, bro. Why are you flexing about how much skinny you are or some shit? You're morbidly obese. Like, I'm out of shape, bro. I got me a gutty wuddy. I got some man boobies. But I'm not like this, bro. It's like, hit a gym, bro. Cut down on your eating habits a little bit. Like, before you start throwing fucking stones when you live in this giant glass house.
You were also...
And it has to be giant to hold his ass.
One of the ones putting out all those fucking lies about me. You helped him because you cucked for Keemstar, and Daddy Keemstar said, say this shit about Rich. Yes, Daddy Keem. Fuck you, you even...
Yeah, but at least they're getting paid. That's something you can't say, buddy.
Fatter failure fuck.
Like, you might not think that's a defense, but, like, at the end of the day, this dude's begging on streams while getting stoned and falling asleep, and they're pulling numbers over on Locale Live. Like, it's plain and simple. I mean, they've already talked about Locale Live being dead or whatever. Like, commentary has gone after Locale Live before, and it's like they keep trucking along because people are there to see that craziness. And anytime I see people like, oh, dude, Locale Live is chaos or it's a messy show. Well, yeah, dude, it's a fucking show with locales on it. What do you expect? Like, I don't watch it that religiously. Like, especially, I haven't really tuned in like a couple months. But it's just like, what do you expect? They're being chaos constantly, and Keemstar's wrangling their asses, and it's being profitable for them. What are you doing, Rich? You're yelling at 300 viewers and complaining that nothing? You're just being a fucking bitch? Exactly.
Go have your 20-year-old girlfriend do a fucking OnlyFans to stay afloat. But lie about me because you don't have a spine to stand up to Keemstar.
Rather than go on Locale
Bro, sounds like you're about to cry, honestly. Again, why?
Live to hash it out and maybe leech some viewers off Keemstar, Rich banned Boogie from his chat and continued shitting on him for a little while from within the safety of his glass house.
Bro, dude, we're on the same fucking wavelength, you and I. I see you there. I fucking see you. And I'm on that wavelength, buddy. I'm a review hater just like you.
It's worth remembering that unlike Boogie, who trained and got into the ring for a boxing match with...
Bro, same fucking wavelength, dog. Same. Am I a fucking soothsayer? Am I the man who sees the fucking future? Am I him? Am I fucking Himothy?
Wings, Rich ran away with his tail in between his blobby thighs from his own boxing match with the quartering, even after talking so much shit before he learned Jeremy was training with Sam Hyde. Boogie is a lot of things. He's fat, he's disgusting, he's a degenerate, he's whiny.
But he stepped into that fucking ring. They will both have my respect for doing that. They worked their asses off to be in that ring, and they had a fight, and it was hilarious. It was also really inspiring, and if you don't think it's inspiring, go fuck yourself. That was inspiring to see them get into that ring. And the fact that he wouldn't is pathetic.
He's a crypto scammer. He faked cancer. But he's definitely less of a bitch than Review Cry Bully USA. Dickers don't want that smoke. But the smoke blew in his face anyway, because later, on the 21st, just a few days after Rich deleted his channel, Keemstar brought on a guest that would start a conga line of ass whoopings for RTU. Keem and his big boy duo were graced with the presence of a very old associate of Review Tech USA, Becky Boop. Some of you might recognize her.
Hey, light chomp, jump scare. Oh, chat's going crazy.
For the Big Cheese Crusader days, she was one of Rich's biggest supporters, helping him fend off the likes of Review Hell USA, aka the art.
Bro, I kind of felt bad for this girl getting stuck in the middle of this shit. Not gonna lie. I watched some of this and I was like, bro, she's just trying. And then, like, she's got Review Tech gaslighting her and threatening her and making her feel like a piece of shit. And then you have, like, Keemstar and them goading it. It was a mess.
RTU critic.
I'm not gonna lie. I felt bad for her. But I don't feel like, at least, like, she had people on her side. And, like, it was good to see Rich get outed.
Years ago, Rich's recent erratic behavior allowed Keem to bring this old mistress of Rich back into the spotlight, and she would drag that fool and spill some very
Bro, this is a great video. Look at that possum, bro. Look at that possum just going giggity schmoodle on a beat.
hot tea. Like the fact that Rich tried to move her in with him at one point so they could make content together.
I was actually living overseas in Korea at the time, and
Cause I'm a Korean, hee, and I like my Chinese food cooked right. The real ones will get that reference.
I was going to be leaving Korea, and I was actually going to move to the Netherlands, but I ended up deciding to come back to New York because I was talking about Rich with it at one point, and he said, why don't you move in with me? And we can make content together.
And also that she wasn't really his mistress, because
Explaining
Like, it was like, it kind of went down like this. So she had been talking to Rich off and on for like 10 years, and they kind of had a thing. And it like boiled into this fucking clusterfuck because they never actually had sex, but he'd been rizzing her up for like 10 years. Now it gets a little muddy on the timeline and everything, but it was a long fucking time. It was like, I think the actual timeline was like 7 years, but fucking come on, dude. Come on, dude. If you're gonna be like, and this dude was like married during this time. Like, why the fuck are you reaching out to other YouTubers that you're wanting to collab with? And like obviously they had more talking than just collabing. But why would you be doing that if you're fucking married? Just like be a good husband and dad. Is that hard? It seems like it's a really hard thing for people to do anymore.
Even though we've been seeing each other for a decade, we have not had sex yet.
What? What? You can't seal the deal after 10 fucking years!
Bro, Boogie ate him alive on this shit too, because Boogie has been like paying prostitutes and banging bitches for a while. He's steady banging bitches. Now, Wings is confused over here because he doesn't know how to get his dick up. That's just some good fucking lore for you right there.
Fucking what?
this tell-all by Becky got a predictable response from Rich.
I really wanted to capitalize on this if we could. That's all she was worried about. She was like, what clout can I'm a soulless whore. What
clout is there to gain from fucking you, Rich? What clout is there? There's nothing you can get from you. There's nothing. You are a nothing burger. You used to have a channel of 1 million subs, and you don't anymore. You're a fucking nothing. There's no clout. They're clowning on you because you're a bigger lol cow, and nobody gives a fuck about you.
clout can I get from this? Other women have careers, have lives, and that's why they choose not to have children. You lay around your house all day.
Bro, you're not even like, you're streaming so much. I don't even know if you spend that much time with your kids, bro. From what the word on the street is you're not even that good of a dad. I mean, there's literally a clip where your mom, who you're living with, comes in your room and is like, your daughter's screaming, she wants to see you, and you're like, well, I'm fucking streaming. What do I do when my daughter starts crying? What do I fucking do, chat? I stop everything I'm fucking doing, and I go get my daughter. When my daughter wants to see me, and I'm streaming, what happens? I have her on my lap, because I fucking love my daughter. Nothing's more important than my child. Nothing in this whole fucking world. And my child and my wife are the most important people to me.
Looking for ways to grift.
David Achu, no, I can do it after this. After this video, I can do it.
And you fucking sold your ass and are selling pictures to a former troll of mine to make a living. You're not the...
Well, she's still fucking selling them to your former troll. She's still making money. And what are you doing? Nothing.
You're not a woman. You're a whore. There's prostitutes, and then there's a whore.
Bro, this was so fucked.
You're a fucking...
This is where I felt bad for her, was this right here. This big man rich shit. This is where... So I love people that are like rich, that are like hyper left wing, and then they virtue signal on their YouTube channel. But soon as they're given the opportunity to be a nasty fuck, you know what they do? They go out here and do shit like this. And we have another video here tonight that was gonna go into shit like this. I'll do the David Achu thing next. Bless you, and but I am gonna get into that tonight.
Whore.
So we called her up on stream shortly after this, something he likes to do a lot despite it never working out that well for him.
Did you really say we dated for 10 years? We've hung out like 2 or 3 times physically since...
Dude, he's just so aggressive, dude. This girl doesn't deserve this shit.
Like 2019.
I just said we were on and off.
We were not on and off since 2016. I was still in a same roof relationship with Lauren.
I have literal texts, Rich, of you telling me I was your dream girl since 2008. Like,
yeah.
You're the one who says no. You've known me since 2008.
And we didn't go to a convention together. I met you there by chance. That was...
By chance. I just happened to be in the same place as you. What the fuck? You thought that we didn't like synchronize that shit? I just happened to see you and say I want to touch your titties, bitch.
That's it. And we didn't.
You invited me. You literally invited me. I wasn't.
Dude, look at his fucking face. Look at his fucking face. Oh, dude, how do I zoom in? How do I fucking? I don't know how to do anything on here. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. I don't know how to zoom in. Dude, his fucking face, dude. His fucking face is just like, he knows he's caught in a lie. He thought he could gaslight this bitch into his reality because he's been doing it for so long and he's caught in a fucking lie. The dude got his nutsack tied into a knot and his penis is flopping all about. He doesn't know what to do.
Going to video game conventions. Are you kidding?
No, that's actually true. But no, never mind.
Nope, never mind. The gaslighting didn't work. Is your other gaslight on? I'm going to try again. My bad. I slippity whippity fuckity wuckity in the wrong direction. My asshole tingles. Birds. I'm Review Tech USA. Skibbity bop bop bop. I'm a cook.
That was true, but you just said we were in a relationship on and off for 10 years.
Oh, he doubles back, and she's already called you on that, but you're too stupid and high to get it, bro.
That's like factually, why would you do that?
How many times are you going to make me answer the same question? I said...
Bro, she's cooking him. This pig is getting slow roasted, dog. Let's go, baby.
We dated on and off since 2014 or 2016.
But that's not true. We didn't hang out till 2019.
Oh my god, cooked. He's cooked. And then he's grasping at fucking straws on his own stream, bro. Knee-jerk reaction himself into oblivion.
You've been trying to date me since 2008. I have all my text messages going back to 2008. I never see anything.
Dude, I love that he's trying to make fun of all these other people that he thinks he's better than, and he's over here with cry face. He looks just like the meme he's making fun of. What the fuck? This is awesome. This is amazing content, Rich. Dude, yes, you're such a fucking clown that you look as sad as Jordan Peterson, who you hate so much and you're trying to make fun of. This is great.
Not to try to bring around a potential side piece around your wife.
You were a side piece.
Dude, such a fake laugh. Let's go with this. Dude, tell me, chat, isn't this amazing? Isn't this amazing? This bro is so fucking cooked right now by this girl. This bitch, he showed up with a knife to a fucking nuclear weapon meeting. He showed up, he walked in the room with his little fucking Swiss Army knife, and he had Kim Jong, Putin, and Trump sitting in the room with their fucking briefcases out and the buttons ready.
Yes, where you were a side piece right in front of her.
Yeah, Rich didn't come out looking so hot from this, mostly because of his words and not his ex's. So that's 0-1 already, but it wouldn't be the last L Rich would take that week. Nah, this little drama would lead to Rich going head-to-head shortly after with somebody he hadn't talked face-to-face with in a long...
Bro, this is so hard to watch. This is, like, me, I think this is great, dude. I don't know how you're not having fun with this. Here's the thing. When I see insufferable fucking people who, Rich would willingly bully somebody off of the internet if he tries to bully everyone. He's a big bully. He's always been a bully. So when I see a bully online who has constantly made it their job to try to virtue signal and big man their way out of every situation, get caught in a corner, I think it's fucking hilarious. I think it's, easy to watch because they brought it upon themselves.
While his former editor,
this dude had 1 million subs and shit him down the drain.
And the guy he blames for destroying his career, JKB. What caused this confrontation was Rich catching Jay going off on him because Jay learned that Rich has been accusing him of leaking DMs to his detractors. Jay denied this in a little rant that led to him and Rich discussing it on stream for the first time in almost 9 months. Keep in mind, Rich and Jay have had little truths of sorts for the past 8 months or so, mostly keeping each other's names out of each other's mouths. This is the first time in a long time.
Bro, these two were both kind of insufferable, and I'm on Jay's side here in this whole thing because Review Tech screwed him. Review Tech promised to pay him something and then tried to fuck him out of the money. I'm 100% on his side in this situation, but I do find Jay to be kind of insufferable. And it's because he finds himself to be one of these virtue signaling son of a bitches as well.
They talk to each other on stream. It's kind of like how Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia didn't get in the ring together until 10 years after their amateur fight. And much like Haney versus Garcia, this long-belated reunion of Rich and Jay would be a mostly lopsided, damn near generational bussy demolishing.
I'll tell you what we're talking about, okay?
I don't know much about that fight. Not gonna lie, I missed it. I've seen clips of it and shit because I've seen the clip that he showed, but I don't know shit about that boxing match. It's funny. I said I really like boxing at the beginning of this, and I do love boxing movies. I like boxing TV shows. I like boxing anime, but boxing in general, don't really watch it. I like watching clips. Butterbean was fucking fire.
Okay, we're talking about the fact that you came after my career after because you're so fucking butthurt that I'm still successful. You made a whole stream called Jay's career is over. See where I am in a year. You want to talk about where you are now and where I am?
Still live streaming. I still get more viewers than you in my live streams.
Oh, and guess what? And guess what? You get more viewers, but I hate to tell you this, but I definitely make more money than you.
Oh, fuck. You know, this is interesting. This is an interesting thing. We are going to look up RTU streams. Let's look up RTU streams. Let's see what this fucking clown is up to. We're going to look here. Mr. Review Tech USA used to have 1 million sub channel. Look at these views. We'll go to the first row. We'll go to the first row for a comparison. 4.5, 2.9. Oh, dude, he hasn't streamed for a bit. Oh, wait, live. Let's go here. All right, 21 hours. 5.4, 6.4, 6.1, and 1.6. And look at this. 1, 2, 3, where he's shitting on the same guy. And then how many have Philip Burnell in them? 1. Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4 with the same guy. Jesus. And then all Phil. All Phil, dude. Phil. It's just he's so fucking obsessed with people. And now, you're going? Damn, dude. I'm sorry. All right, well, you have a good night, Light Chomps. But we're going to keep doing this little deep dive here. We're going to go to this fucker's channel. Live. Let's look at his live. 3, 2, 3, 1.6. So Review has a few with more views. But let's look at the fact that JKB was an editor for 1 million sub channel, and he had 1 million sub channel. Why the fuck are they close? Why are they so close? That does not make sense. Now, of course, if you look at my live streams in comparison, I don't even put a thumbnail on my live streams. I think just my face is good enough because I'm sexy. But it's one of those things that it's just like, how the fuck are you so not there? Why are you guys so close? That shouldn't be a thing. But it's because you suck, Rich. It's because you fucking suck.
Let me ask you, didn't answer the question, you deflected. Where were those spins from?
What spins?
For your music. You see, you flexed your music to me for going to go into success.
Oh, I see where you're implying. I hate to tell you this, but it actually came from a YouTuber called Sly Fox Hound who used one of my songs as his theme song prior to me working with you.
How many hits does that website get?
Lately, probably not many. I haven't made music for a year. I haven't even made music for a year, and it still has more than yours.
Bro, cooking. Bro, solidly fucking grilling up some savagery here. It's so petty. It's so petty because both of these guys are little petty bitches.
As frequently as it needs to happen. Oh, he's got it right again.
You're fucking boring. That's why you can't even get 200 people to watch your
Listen,
stream.
I don't need more people.
Yeah,
I've created a community that supports me more than you get support. You think
Oh, my community's better than yours. It's so petty. It's so petty. I love this. It's such shit throwing. And the difference is, I'm going to be real, why the difference is, why he's making more money, is he's right. It's a community. He has people that are there for him. Rich has people there to see him melt down. It's the same thing with Phil. It's like if I were to have 3,000 viewers right here right now and they were just here to watch me say stupid shit, they're not going to be giving me money to say stupid shit. But if I had 3,000 people who were here because they genuinely liked me and wanted me to succeed, they would donate because they want me to succeed. That's the difference. Not saying that I want my audience to donate to me right now. That's just me explaining the difference and why there's the difference in success.
you support?
Pause a second.
How many members do you have right now?
I don't fucking care.
Why not? I thought you came at me about success. What happened to you trying to one-up me? You don't care. But now, what?
What Rich doesn't understand is that it's a new era, and he's not that.
Well, and because he's not entertaining. It's 100% because he's not entertaining, and people are just hoping, praying for that fucking downfall. They're praying for that fucking asshole to just, like, bury himself in the sand like a goddamn... What are those birds? Acalapa-dupaloos. The fucking Acalapa-dupaloos who bury their heads in the sand. Ostrich. It was an ostrich. He's a fucking ostrich. That's all he is. And so he buries his head in the sand, pops it up to screech and spit on shit, and then puts his head back in the sand.
That guy anymore. Now, anyone who's watched my doc or June's doc knows that he was never.
His doc was much better. By the way, June's doc, mid, and I like June the King. His doc is fucking fire. It's hilarious. It's got more humor. He's obviously a smaller channel, so that's why I didn't get much. But this put this motherfucker on the map, and this is a great-ass documentary.
That guy. His channel was literally dying as he was approaching 1 million subs. His 1 million sub celebration video got less views than a detractor video uploaded.
Oh, dude, that hurts. Oh, that hurts.
Around the same time that showed him being a shitty dad. So yeah, that's 0-2 for Rich. He thought he would run roughshod over his old editor, but he still wasn't aware of just how low he had fallen.
Bro, but like having these arguments on stream and stuff with your wife, that's like he had created this rocky situation because he's a douchebag. That's plain and simple. I wouldn't want to be in the same room with this motherfucker for more than like 30 minutes. Could you imagine living with him? Bro, her pussy was probably always dry.
Fallen in this new lolcow meta. He was about to learn though, because the next minor E-celeb he would run the ones with would be a fellow super heavyweight lolcow, Tipster. This squabble was the
Jesus, bro. Jesus. He gets fucking bodied by Tipster, dude. How do you get bodied by Tipster?
Product of Rich calling Tipster out his name during one of his many tirades.
Tipster, you're a fucking cuck too. You have no idea about the other side of that bitch. Why don't you come on, Tipster? Why don't you come on and have a conversation with me? Come have a conversation with me so I can...
Look at him fucking flexing his chest, bro. He's flexing, bro. He's flexing on Tipster. Bro, this is fat on fat crimes, bro. We can't be standing for this. We need to do better as a society. We need to stop fat on fat violence.
Fucking steamroll your triple chin ass.
You have a triple chin! Come on, buddy! You guys are like the triple chin mafia.
Tip caught a couple strays while he was in Rich's chat. Dicker's taking umbrage with Tipster's advice for him to stop showing his ass in front of the whole internet. Rich would later go at it with Tipster in his third internet slap fight that week. Now look.
Dude, how the fuck do you get in a slap fight and lose with Tipster? Tipster's a fucking clown. The dude's constantly just L-ing. He's a fucking L machine. Tipster's a fucking L machine. That's what he does. He lives on the internet. It was so bad for Tipster that he had so many videos shitting on him that you couldn't even find his fucking channel. This is the guy that's bodying you? You should just stop. Get off the internet for a while.
From his mission.
You shouldn't have deleted your channel. You should have just kept uploading tech shit and none of this would have happened.
This was one thing. Taking a fatter L from Jay shortly after that was also kind of understandable. Jay had always been the more put together between him and Rich. Hence why the Review Tech USA channel literally died within months.
God, it would have been so simple for him to just keep uploading. It would have been so simple. He could have transitioned his content easily. People do it all the fucking time.
Of Jay no longer being part of it. But Tipster? Surely Rich can steal a W from Tipster. But no, an L he would take.
Dude, it's so sad. It's so sad.
Indeed. In fact, the Big Tip made a Jeffrey Epstein vacation home out of Rich's ass. A bussy demolishing that not even all the baby oil P. Diddy owned would have made less brutal.
Dude, what are you doing? You do these live streams like every fucking night and you just make yourself look like a goddamn clown. You're over here like spending hours on stream coping and seething, just making yourself look
coping and seething
like a retard, dude. Like, how do you think this is helping you in your current situation? Like, I don't understand why you think it's a good idea to make yourself look like—
Dude, this shit's internalizing on Rich so hard. If there was one thing I could have said to this guy for making this video, he should have zoomed in on Rich during this.
Like a clown like this. Like, the majority of the people in the chat are here just to shit on you, bro. I had empathy.
Dude, like, you could see his face is so good here. If there's one thing I can give you for advice for the future on this, when you get these clips, zoom in on Rich just a little bit.
For you, and then the other day you start like throwing jabs at me for no fucking reason. I'm like, what the fuck did I do? This is what you do, is you just like randomly burn bridges with like everyone, and you just make yourself look like an asshole.
That's because he is an asshole. He's not trying to make— there's no trying about it. He's just an asshole.
You lose your mind and have mental breakdowns every fucking night on stream. You delete your channel because, like, I don't know, you're bitching that like you don't get enough views or stuff anymore.
Once your channel's dead, it's dead. Tommy C.
It's not true. It's not true. You can bring your channel back. You can make content. You can just keep grinding out content, put a bunch of shit on, and then you can try to revitalize it.
Said the same thing, so stop it.
And he could have sold his channel. He could have easily sold his channel. He had a 1 million sub channel. They sell all the time.
That's not how it works, dude. What is it?
He could have sold it to any tech YouTuber and they could have revitalized it. He could have probably sold it for a bunch of money. I don't know why the fuck he didn't. He's stupid. That's why. Actually, no, I know why. Because he's a fucking idiot. He's a brainlet moron dumbass who doesn't know how to handle any of this shit. And when he has a mental breakdown, he just goes full send. He just goes Spurg idiot mode and then just ruins everything because he doesn't understand that he's a dipshit.
What you're saying is you're not willing to put in the effort to try and like rebuild your channel.
And you're still online.
The last time I was watching you have a meltdown on stream, I was sitting next to my wife while having dinner while watching you lose your fucking mind. Good luck to you.
Pause
Best
1 second.
Of luck to you, Rich.
No.
But you look like a fucking clown.
You don't
Peace,
get
bitch.
to end. He just pulled a fucking Phil.
He just pulled a Phil. Look, Brian, look at him like clowning on Phil again. And the sad thing is Phil has his shit together better than this guy.
The most fascinating thing that came out of this battle of titans was Rich spilling the beans to Tipster about the real reason why he deleted his channel.
First off, you don't know the reasons that I deleted my channel.
So what was the reason? Tell me what the reason was then.
I'm not telling you live on stream.
Type it in the chat then. You don't have to say it on stream. Type it in the chat. We're in the Discord chat. You can type it privately.
I swear to Christ, if you say anything, Tipster.
I swear to God, I won't say anything.
He shared this to Tipster in a message that only Tipster would see, and Tipster promised he wouldn't share it. But the truth still came out, not because Tipster told anyone, but because later, on that same stream, Rich accidentally showed it to his viewers. Invalid clicks numerous times. Once monetization is
Wait, invalid clicks numerous times.
gone, you can never have it on any channel. Live streaming has been my main source of income since 2019. Wasn't worth it.
Invalid clicks? What the fuck does that mean?
Apparently, Rich's monetization got compromised because of click fraud. Somebody was using bots to maliciously click on ads on Rich's main channel, allegedly. I gotta say allegedly.
What does that even mean? So was he botting his views?
Because, well, Rich has been caught using bots before.
Whoa.
So if I...
Wait, so he was botting his views? Oh shit, I didn't know this. Dude was botting? He was fucking botting? What a pussy, dude. What a pussy. Like, what the fuck?
On ads on Rich's main channel, allegedly. I gotta say allegedly because, well, Rich has been caught using bots before.
Whoa. What happened that we're under 200 people in a second?
Gee, I wonder what happened. Oh, whatever you bought for me using got disconnected.
So, the bots that were maliciously clicking on Rich's ads might not have been so malicious. They might have been Rich himself, who got caught with his hands in the cookie jar and made his 15-year-old, 500 million viewed, million sub channel financially worthless.
Dude. Dude fucking botted himself to oblivion. Wow, like, I don't understand why he wasn't just, like, uploading his fucking... I mean, he still could have been doing his Asmon Gold style clips and been just fine. Yeah, at least it would have been promotion for his stream channel. I don't understand why you wouldn't, like, at least try to promote your shit.
Regardless, this little battle with Tipster didn't just put Rich 0-3. It put him 0-4. One L from Tipster dunking on Rich, and another L from Rich dunking on himself for accidentally
It's just, like, how do you just like... He's so dumb. I don't understand how you can be this dumb all the time.
Self-reporting like this. I can't prove that Rich was responsible for the invalid clicks on his now deleted channel. But even if he wasn't, the fact he deleted it anyway when it cost him nothing to upkeep, when his streaming channel, RTU Streams, is literally named after it, and when it was his brand for a decade and a half.
Dude, it's just so dumb. Like, he could have easily been doing his clips on there and funneling it to his live streams. Or trying to, at least. Because there's a bunch of people where I watch, like, Turkey Tom, for example. I liked his stream clips when he had him on Tom Dark. And then he decided to stop putting him on Tom Dark and started a live stream clip channel. So I subbed to that because I was interested. Because of this series of events. It's not that hard to think, wow, you could have just kept it on your main page.
Half. All because he couldn't make any more AdSense money off of it? It's just the goofiest shit in the world. It's actually worse than the idea a lot of people had of him deleting it because he was afraid of seeing it drop below 1 million subs. Because that reason at least insinuates that he cared. Now, both Jay and Tipster left Rich with a very ominous warning. A warning about the girls that they knew
Like, it's just how... it just bothers me how stupid this is. It's like inconceivably retarded. I don't understand why you would do this to yourself.
Existed, who after the emergence of the first mistress would start coming out of the woodwork more and more to share their own story.
It's like if you're ass itched, right? You're ass itched and you decided to buy a cactus to scratch your ass and then complained about it being cut. It's illogical. It's like, bro, just go take a shower and use a washcloth.
Stories about how Rich tried sliding into their DMs and sharing some very intimate material with them.
Everything that Keemstar said was the nuke. Now, the part that's been left out everywhere is the proof that there's more women. I have proof that Rich was talking to more women. So are they gonna come out and complain? I don't fucking know.
I know you've been in a lot of girls' DMs. I know this for a fact.
Bro, it's because Tipster's probably in those exact same girls' DMs because he's a fucking freak.
You better hope they don't come forward and prove that you're lying when you say you're not.
Whose DMs have I been in? And what if
It's not my place. It's not my place to say, so I'm not gonna say. But you better hope these girls don't come forward.
Rich really didn't.
Dude, like he's just like, yeah, dox the girls who said this to you, Tipster. I want you to say their names on stream so I can deny it, and then I can go text all of them and then bully them into silence. That's exactly what his plan was. He's a douchebag. He doesn't give a fuck about any of these people around him. He would rather watch them burn to make himself look good.
Warnings all that seriously. But he really should have. Because soon after this, a video Rich shared with a girl of him spanking it and wanking it started to circulate. Now, I'm not going to show that shit for obvious.
Yeah, dude. Thank you. Please, never. Dude, there's some things that you are better off never seeing. The whatever Destiny did on camera, there's just some things I don't ever want to see. And I'm happy in a happier life. I will just listen to the drama and then fucking live off of the drama lore. That is better. Just live and breathe the drama lore.
These reasons.
Dude, it's like, how? Ooh. Dude, you're not ready for what's about to come up. He was like, yeah, well, you kind of know what was insinuated, right? You know what was insinuated. It's coming up, but Jesus, bro.
Being that this is like 100% revenge porn, but since Rich is a middle-aged, morbidly obese man, nobody gives a fuck about this actual crime that he was a victim of. So what did Rich do when he caught news that a video of him playing patty cake with himself was making the rounds? He did what he usually did. Lash out and point fat fingers at his detractors. And the detractors...
Yep, it's all their fault. It's not my fault. It's never my fault.
Of the hour this time, and the fourth opponent of Rich's 5-day gauntlet of humiliation was Keemstar. Rich tried to get on Keem for running with the narrative of him being a bad dad.
You said I visited my daughter 3 times in the hospital. That is true, but here is the touche.
That is true. I only visited her 3 times while she was in the hospital. Dude, I'd be there every fucking day if my daughter was in the hospital. Not only she will never have to be in a bad situation. I'm sorry Rich had to go through that. But why the fuck weren't you by her bed every fucking moment you could? Like, it irritates me to a fucking extreme. Why wouldn't you be there every fucking second? Every minuscule second. I would be there. I would go to work and I would get off work and I would be there for my fucking daughter. That right there shows me that you're a bad dad.
First off, it wasn't a year that she was there. Secondly, I had my 2 sons that I was driving into school every day.
Yeah, you drive them to school. And then you're like, okay, we're going to go after school. We're going to go see sister.
Third, the most important detail that you missed out on is the fact that she was on immune suppressants. I've talked about this.
Just because she's on immune suppressants doesn't mean you can't be there. At least be outside the room that she's at. Go see her.
This on stream before. It's been very public.
So you did see her only 3 times.
Don't twist it into that. I just explained the whole thing.
You explained nothing. That was a bunch of fucking gobbledygook, and you're a terrible fucking dad. And I'm saying that right here. There's no allegedly. You're a terrible fucking father, and you should be humiliated.
Rich also got on Keemstar for thinking that he was using bots to get invalid clicks on his channel. Now, Keem didn't actually say that.
You were just saying on your channel that I did illegal clicks or view botting on my other channel and I wanted to take it down because I was scared people would find out. Please stop. You don't believe that.
First of all, I said somebody was clicking the ads on Review Tech USA's main channel and you got scared. That's what you told Tipster. And you were afraid that it would shut down your AdSense account. So you completely ran and deleted the channel.
Yeah, that is true.
Okay.
Is that what you said, though?
That is what I said.
Even if he did say that.
He wants somebody to be the boogeyman so bad so that he can have somebody be angry at instead of himself. These are people who can't look inward. They want somebody else to blame, and this was like, oh, I can easily blame Keemstar for all of my problems.
It would have been completely justifiable for him to say it, because Rich, again, has used bots before. Keem would ask Rich about his spanking and waking it vid, with Rich swearing up and down that he never sent anything like that to anybody willingly. Shit, he must have just gotten hacked.
One of these girls that you were flirting with or talking to, or however you want to describe it, you sent a video, an X-rated video to her.
No, I didn't. That is factually not true. I would never, you fucking out of your mind.
Rich,
I did not.
Rich, it's in the studio. You can clearly tell it's just in the studio. It's not your face. Can't see your face, but it's you in the studio. And it's basically like a DSP incident moment going on.
I didn't send the video.
Come on.
That's not true.
Brother.
That's not true.
Brother. Come on.
It's not true.
Okay, so maybe you didn't.
Yeah, dude, this is clown world. This is just so clown world. Sorry, I got a text from my wife, and I'm going to be taking... Anytime I get a text from my wife, I'm going to be checking my phone. That takes priority.
Send it, okay? Would it be possible that someone would have access to your phone and have a recording of you jerking it?
Why would someone have access to my phone?
Okay,
If
so
they
then...
did, they broke into my phone.
So then...
They broke into my phone. An elite group of hackers broke into his phone. You know, they just be strolling out there. They're strolling down the street thinking, who do we hack today? Do we hack something that can make us a lot of money? Nope, no. We don't need something that makes us a lot of money. No. We need to see Richard Rasucci's penis. That's what we want. That's what we need. And we shall get it.
Then you have to have sent it. But
Someone broke into my phone. That's what happened here?
I don't know.
Maybe I was sending that to fucking Lauren.
You know, I just mentioned, hey, did somebody hack your phone? Oh, yes. And then it turned into someone hacked my
Yep. He found a way to sneak out of it instead of just taking accountability.
phone. Someone hacked my phone. Someone hacked my phone. You just admitted that you sent the video to Lauren.
There's two ways to get through a drama like this. There's two. There's one, you shut up about it, or you fucking just don't give a fuck about it and you move on with your life. And then nobody else cares because you don't fucking care. There is another way where you take full accountability. You say, whatever, it happened. I'm moving on with my life. And then you do the same thing as option number one. And there's the wrong way. There's two wrong ways, or multiple wrong ways. There's endless wrong ways to go about it. What he's doing here is the seething option, where he seethes and tries to blame everything else except for the situation. And then keeps bringing light to it because he doesn't want... It's the fucking bullshit bitch, whatever her name is, effect. The Laura O'Connor, the Sam Rockwell sneeze effect. I can't remember that bitch's name. That sucks. Somebody let me know. But it's... I drew up like, it's late, whatever, I don't give a fuck. But it's the Rosie O'Donnell effect, where you don't want people to know you're a fat... You want people to stop calling you a fat bitch, so you keep bringing light to that you're being a fat bitch. That's not the effect, but I want it to be.
I'm so fucking confused.
Even when Rich is an actual victim of something, he still has to make himself out to be an even bigger victim, because a girl he was flirting with dropping a vid of him beating his meat still makes him look like a goof and a gooner for sharing something like that in the first place. To reiterate though, as funny as this was, Rich was like an actual victim of a crime.
True. That's why another reason why I don't want anybody to ever link me to any shit like this. Or, like, it's just something that, like, you could talk about, but it shouldn't be, like, spread across... You shouldn't ever spread somebody's willing nudes like this across the internet. Like, it's just fucked. It's fucked thing to do to people, and they are victims in this situation. And the fact that he was malding and seething and trying to blame everybody is the funny part, not what happened to him.
In the end, despite all of Keem's efforts to try to talk Rich off the metaphorical cliff he seemed dedicated to jump off of, Rich stayed committed to the path of self-destruction. It was once again another L for Dickers that was once again mostly a result of him just kicking his own ass. And that's the story of how Review Tech USA went 0-5 in just 5 days. The most interesting thing about this week-long train wreck was that there was one guy who Rich was unwilling to face off with during this period. One guy who he was actively ducking. It's ironic because this is also the one guy whose name Rich finds it impossible to keep out of his mouth. Darkside Phil.
Bro, he's gonna get cooked by Darkside Phil. I didn't know Darkside Phil cooked him. Darkside Phil cooked this dude's ass? What the fuck? Let's go.
The 5-day gauntlet of humiliation, a few days even before he deleted his channel, Rich was supposed to have a one-on-one interview with none other than the king of content, Darkside Phil. Bro, when I tell you this was Rich's dream for like the better part of the past decade, I'm not joking. The initial catalyst for Review Tech USA and the quartering originally becoming enemies was that Jeremy got an interview with
Yeah, dude, he can say all he wants about the grifting politics or whatever. I know for a fact it was probably this, and Review Tech was pissed because all he does is sit and think about Phil, that one time Phil jerked off on camera. He's like, oh, wow, they both have that in common now. Well, one was revenge porn, and one was just they didn't realize the stream was on, but still, you guys are tied up on that. Both have videos of you jerking it off on the internet. Unfortunate.
SP before Rich did, and Rich turned into a pillar of salt over it. Finally, Phil granted Rich his ultimate wish, but he didn't go through with it. He no-showed DSP.
Oh man, I got some stuff to say about Philip, and then I'm moving on. I'll give you a spoiler alert. I ain't gonna do the fucking interview.
Why would he do this? Why did Rich not?
What a bitch, dude. What a bitch. You think you're going to go on DSP's thing and then he's going to cook you? Is that what you're afraid of, bro? At least show the fuck up. Again, he had the opportunity to show the fuck up and be a man, and he didn't. This dude's all fucking tough guy talk. It's so hilarious, bro.
Seize upon an
he's like, yo, you want to fuck with me? And the guy's like, yeah, I do. And he's like, I'm sorry, daddy. I'm sorry, daddy. I'll never be bad to you again. I swears it. I swears it. Then he gets back home. Yeah, dude, I just decided that was too much for me, bro. That was too much for me. I'm better than him, actually. He's a bitch, and no. Don't tell him that, though. Don't tell him that. Keep my name and his name out of your mouth, please.
Opportunity he's been looking forward to for most of the past decade? Well, I think Phil gave a pretty good answer to that.
I told you in an ultimatum, I said, either agree to it or we're never doing it. And he said, okay, I'll do it. Now I'm not in the mood for it. Then why did you say you wanted to do it? Because remember, when I was the whipping boy of the internet, correct? Everyone wanted to rag on me. Everyone wanted me on their show. Everyone wanted to interact with Darkside Phil because you could dunk on me. But now things have changed. Now the tables have turned. You don't want to get dunked on by Phil, so now you don't want the
Boom, dudes. Darkside Phil's spitting hard ass facts. This is why I like Darkside Phil's come up. This is why I'm so in love with him not being on the bottom right now, because when he has a fall off, it's going to hurt so bad, and it's going to be so hilarious, and I'm going to be there for it. But he is now the guy dunking on people, which is hilarious. It's such a fucking role reversal, and Rich was scared he was going to get dunked on by the one guy he's been dunking on for the last fucking 10 years.
interaction. This fucking guy tried to get me on his show for like 5 years. He kept saying he wanted me on his show, he wants me in his content. I DM'd him on Twitter to wish his daughter well when I found out she was sick, and the next words out of his mouth were, hey, you want to come on the show?
In the most ironic twist in Rich's career, besides him almost never revealing.
Oh, dude, this is such an L, dude. This is such a fucking L. You've taken L's from Tipster, Boogie2988, and fucking Darkside Phil. What fucking timeline is this? That's how much of a clown you are, that even the lolcows are too good for you, buddy.
Reviewing Tech when his name is Review Tech USA. When he finally got the special interview with DSP that he always wanted, he turned it down because he knows in his heart that the lolcow meta has shifted in such a way that Phil now has a puncher's chance of coming out looking slightly better than him. And looking like a bigger lolcow than Philip Burnell is something that Rich just can't risk the possibility of.
The only thing that would have been better is if fucking Chris Chance showed up and owned Phil. Or not Phil, he owned fucking Dickers here. If Dickers would have been clowned on, this fucking booger's distracting me. If he would have been clowned on by the greatest lolcow and been given an L from Christian, the dude who fucked his own mother, it would have been the greatest thing in internet history. This would be the ultimate lolcow. He would be the fucking lolcow's lolcow.
He would have to leave the internet if that happened. In other words, he's a bitch.
You're a mega ultra bitch. That's the only way to quantify this. You're a bitch.
Imagine ducking and getting dunked on by Darkside Phil. Rich, I think it's time to hang up the gloves. It's easy to forget, and kind of surreal to remember, that all of this has just been the byproduct of 9 months of poor decision making. Review Tech USA burned it all to the ground in less than a year, and now he has no host to slide into the DMs of, no editor to carry his dying channel, and no million sub channel, period. All he has now are his gummies, his sparkling water,
So sad, dude. So sad to just be in this situation.
And an applause button.
That applause button needs to be thrown out a fucking window. Anybody who's giving themselves an own laugh track or own applause button are a clown. You've already lost.
This motherfucker is hitting a button that's making people applaud for him. Do you know how fucking pathetic that is? The people that hit the button and then a sound effect of fake clapping is happening. Do you know how fucking pathetic that is? That is some loser ass shit.
Agreed. Wow, dude, that video fucking cooked. That video cooked. Dude, what's with... I'm such a bad typer. So, to give you a little context, why I'm so bad at typing and so bad at, like, everything when it comes to doing all of this is the town I grew up in cut my, like, the fucking internet or the fucking tech class down to a half semester. My teacher, who was supposed to teach me computer literacy, used to bum chewing tobacco off of me and, like, would turn his hearing aids off and we would just sit and watch Netflix the whole time. It was just, and then, like, we never had anything else, because it was almost like they treated it like internet was a fad or some shit. But that was Review Tech USA. That was the chaos. Holy shit, was that beautiful. That was beautiful. I am here for this man's downfall, because he's done it to himself, trying to be the big man on the internet. Trying to be the big, I'm tougher than you, I'm always gonna get in your face, I'm the big dog. But whenever push comes to shove, this bitch runs hiding. Jesus. But 1 second, I will be right back. I'm not going anywhere. I'm still going to be right here. I just need to fill up myself a drink because I'm mad thirsty. I'm a thirsty boy. And then I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, everybody. All right. I am back, boys and girls. I am fucking back, dude. That was wild. That was a really good moment. I enjoyed that. I am fully happy that existed. I love fucking downfalls. One day I will be here for my own downfalls. Ooh, another downfall right here. This is going to be really good. But I did make a promise I would react to... Hold on, I'm going to go to a new thing. David Achu. Bless you. All right. David Chu, 110,000. Crazy small creator is hard. 5 months ago. Huh. What's like to be relevant?
Grammarly doesn't just.
What it's like to be relevant for 3 seconds. We're gonna check this out. I don't know much about this guy. I was told by chat to check him out, so we will see how interesting his. I'm very curious this relevant thing. I am very interested to see what this does.
Hello and welcome back to David Crying Like a Baby. Why don't you people love me? Wah wah. This chart has been the bane of my existence for the past 4 weeks. Now for those of you who don't know, every YouTube video on this website comes with a chart that shows how many views the video gets over a period of time. Now it can get very technical, but to sum it up, big line good, small line bad. And for
Bro, this is me in a nutshell, bro. Sometimes I have a video that like just fucking cooks, and then I'll go weeks without anything that matters.
reasons I can't fully deduce at this moment in time, my past few videos have been following a pattern of big line, small line, big line, small line, big line, and then 2 small lines in a row, which that can't
But those are all still good, my dude, so...
can't be a good sign. And for reasons I can't fully describe, and mostly just because of vibes, I'm gonna assume that this video is also gonna be a small line one. What does this mean for me? It means that my very short-lived YouTube career is probably coming to an end. We had a good run. Listen, I am very grateful.
But, like, is it coming to an end, though? Like, is it coming to an end, bro? I don't think so. Let's see. 103,000 views, 75, 54, 787, 95, 7. See, yeah, I mean, he has a lot of fluctuation, but he still gets good viewership. Oh, shit. But these are from a year ago. And also, he posts so sporadically, bro. That's why it's up and down, dog, is you don't have any,
Hello and welcome back to David Vibes. I'm gonna assume that this video is also gonna be a small.
Like, this is the problem, dude. This is the problem. You're not consistent with any of your shit. You're barely, Sorry, my wife just sent a picture of my baby, and I miss her very much. My wife is visiting her parents out of town for the month, and I love that she's getting to spend time with her family. Absolutely, without a doubt. But I miss my kid. It's plain simple. I miss my wife. It's rough.
Small line one. What does this mean for me? It means that my very short-lived YouTube career is probably coming to an end.
It's not. He's fine. I mean, like, you look at a year ago, he was getting like anywhere from 1,000 to 6,000 views a video. He has like really good. His shit's popping off way better than it was. You gotta look at your worst. Even when I'm having a really bad day. I remember when I was posting videos, then most of those were private because they were fucking awful. But there was a time where I'd post a video and it wouldn't even get a view. It would sit there at 0 views. And it would hurt. It would be honestly fucking awful. And I think back to that and it's like, yeah, I'm still getting views. And yeah, it does suck when my video goes out and I work really, really hard on it and it gets like 10 views. And then I put out something that's slop and it gets like fucking 800. But it's still, I look at where I was and where I'm at now, and I can see that I am going better. And it's just about how do I evolve my content to rise above this.
And we had a good run. Listen, I am very grateful that I even made it this far. And every view has meaning to me. And you may be thinking to yourself, hey, maybe those videos did bad because they sucked. And you know what? That's a fair point. But the fact remains, when you've been doing a craft for so long, years with no success, and then suddenly it is working, and then just as suddenly it seems like it has stopped working, that does something to you. Like something you've wanted for so long, you finally get it, and then you realize, wait, did I just peak? And then it seems like it's only downhill from here. You're not really sure that it's downhill from here. It could change direction.
But here's the thing, if you're at this point, I would look at what I've been doing and see, okay, this is doing good, this is doing good. I should upload more frequently. Boom. I would start figuring this shit out, do it more frequently, come up with more sketches, come up with more bits, come up with more ideas, just keep pushing. Stream, clip your streams, keep yourself relevant as much as humanly fucking possible.
But I mean, it feels like it is. It causes a lot of confusing emotions, and this type of thing happens to artists all the time. So what's it like to put so much time and effort into some art piece or some other venture, put it all on the line?
I've had videos that I worked my fucking ass off on, and they didn't get any views. They didn't get any views. You know what I did? I said, okay, this sucks, but I'm gonna keep grinding. And I have grinded my ass off to where I have 2 months of content up and ready to go that releases every Friday. Tune into my fucking video game reviews that I put a lot of work into every Friday. And I made sure that I originally had 3 months. I had 3.5 months of content done before my daughter was born. And I have steadily tried to keep it above 2 months. I have had it slide closer to 2 months. Right now I'm only at 2. But I have maintained it by doing a video a week. Even if the video isn't 100% my best video, I still make sure that I get a video done a week. As well as I stream, as well as I try to maintain a full-time job and maintain being a good dad. I try to get all these things done. These are choices that you're actively fucking making, that you have to keep making in order to keep yourself relevant or try to push yourself into a new heights. Now, I'm not like ultimately fucking successful. I'm not over here just fucking pouring gold on my chest hair and rubbing it in. No, I'm grinding. I'm in a grind set, and who knows how long this grind set will last, but I'm willing to do it because I want to succeed.
And then immediately failed to live up to your own former glory. Let's discuss.
And that's so I had a video pop off early in my new career, like my new direction I'm taking the channel, because like I said, the first 6 months I was just kind of throwing shit at the wall and hoping it'd stick, and it was all bad. And now my first like video game review was I reviewed The Warriors on PlayStation. It wasn't my first, but it was one that I actually was kind of passionate about, and I feel the passion in the video. It wasn't even the best video, but it hit 30,000 views. It's probably more now. I don't know. It's constantly getting, I'm constantly getting comments and shit on it, but it is my biggest video, and I have not even come close to that yet. But I don't even think of that as a video, like, as a part of me. I think of that as something that happened, and I'm trying to build something new. I'm trying to push forward. I'm always trying new things. It's not ever about stagnant or thinking what once was. Because if I live at what once was, I will never improve who I am now. I think of what I did last and try to improve a little bit from there.
Going viral.
Like, even this fucking, okay, I know I barely even played the video, but even right now, you look at my camera now compared to like the streams I did like a year ago where I have no camera, I'm barely talking, it's just gameplay, I'm not reacting to anything, I'm not trying to add any content. But now when I stream games, I have my channel banner, I have my camera. Now when I play on PlayStation and even play on Xbox now, I'm going to use a laptop to make this shit happen, use my camera that I have, probably download the same features, or I won't download the same features, and I'll just have, you'll be able to see the background and won't be fuzzed out, but I will still be trying to add value to the content the best I possibly can, always. I'm always trying to improve. That's what you always have to improve.
Well, it's probably like the best thing ever, but in addition, it is probably also the worst thing ever. Like for me, I sometimes worry when a video of mine does like too well, which I know that's a good thing, but I'm worried about the implication, because now it has been chosen to be the representation of my work as a whole. I think whenever you find like a new YouTuber or you find like a new musician, you usually go to their most viewed video or their most listened to song first to get a general.
Which sucks for me because my most viewed video is nothing like the content I make now, but I'm not gonna private it. I just have no reason to. It's like a landmark, I guess.
Feel for them. So when a new video of mine becomes the most popular out of all of them, I worry, is this good enough a representation of me? Like,
why? Don't even care. Just keep grinding.
Was that video even really that good? Because if it wasn't, then no, I don't want it to be a representation of me as a whole. But if it was, I worry that am I ever going to be able to live up?
I've been very critical of this man in the glasses so far, and I want to say that I love all of his different sets and his little areas that he's been exploring. I am fully invested in this. This is good. I think that if he just figured out, I don't know what other kind of content he makes. I was just told to watch him, and this is what I clicked on.
Up to this again?
But what he's doing so far, I like it.
It's the struggle of being universally beloved for one thing, knowing that you will likely never be able to achieve such success ever again. Now, what does that look like in practice? I have 2 ideas that we can use for case studies. One-hit wonders have always fascinated me because they've actually been able to achieve something incredible. With one song, they have defined the sound of a year or even possibly a whole decade. They have actually made the song of the summer. That's crazy, right? They gain instant success overnight and then poof, they are gone just as quickly. Well, in reality, they're not actually gone, but we kind of just pretend that they are. We all move on. They could make 100 songs after the one, and they could all be objectively better, but they will never gain the notoriety and success of the first. The 99% of us who are on this side of a one-hit wonder, we laugh about it and then we move on and then we read it in like a BuzzFeed article 10 years later, as if BuzzFeed is still a thing. Is that a thing? But for the the percent of people who have actually made one-hit wonders, what does it do to them to know that
There is also a difference to this. I mean, again, I'm going to use goddamn Boogie 2988 as an example. The dude lived off of his Francis shit, and then that was getting stale, started going stagnant, so he started becoming the Mr. Rogers of the YouTube, pulled the mask off, started like moving away from that thing. Then that failed because they found out he was a piece of shit degenerate. Now he is fucking embodying that piece of shit degenerate and regaining revitalizing himself in this lolcow world that he's in. You can still find success. It's just about being able to move and jive with the shit getting thrown your way.
they will forever be known for doing one thing, one time, and that's it. Well, this is what Sean Nelson, singer of the one-hit wonder band Harvey Danger, had to say about it.
Imagine if you told a joke at a party when you were 20, and then every party you ever went to for the rest of your life, the only thing anyone wanted to hear you say, and the only reason you were invited, is because they want you to tell that joke again. It's not quite as funny. It's not quite as thrilling.
But you still had success. That's the problem we're overlooking here. Like, I would rather be a one-hit wonder than a no-hit wonder.
But there are way worse things, and you feel like a total fool for complaining. It's just a particular little sting in the tail.
He's right. I can imagine that it is very annoying to kind of live your life.
But the sad thing is, his channel isn't a one-hit wonder. He's had multiple successes.
In the shadow of your own success. Like, for example, think Rick Astley. Now, I'm not saying the man doesn't have a good voice and make good music and have an impressive discography. I'm not trying to say that at all. I'm just saying, for most people living in the internet age, you hear the name Rick Astley, you think of one thing. A song that I can't play here because I'd like to be paid this month.
Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down. I'll run around and desert you. Never gonna give you up.
But at the same time, though, you feel like you don't have the right to complain about it. Like, oh my gosh, my video did too well. Woe is me. Like, I don't want to be that guy, so I'll just keep it to myself. But I'll still feel it. Because you know what's worse than being a one-hit wonder? Being a no-hit wonder.
Exactly what I said, bro's cooking.
Which, as it turns out, is most people. I can't imagine what it's like to be in constant competition with your younger self, deep down knowing you will always lose. That can't be fun. But hey, forget those losers, because there is another group of people who have a far greater impact on culture and society who also suffer the same fate. It's a tragedy, really.
These guys had no chance. They had no fucking chance. Now, there's things you can do. You can try to monetize the meme, which, like, a lot of people hate on the Hawk Tour girl, right? And how she just started a podcast. But what she did was brilliant. She became a meme, she monetized the meme, and ran it until it was dry. I see no problem with that. A lot of people will hate on it, but it's better than some of the people who, like, lived in constant sadness because of their fucking becoming a meme.
No, being a meme is probably really fun for about 15 minutes and then very annoying for the next 10 years. Because at the end of the day, you will be forever known for one thing. And a lot of the times, it's a very stupid thing. This is Sylvia Bettini. Now, if you feel you don't recognize her, you may know her better by her professional name, First World Problems Meme. Now, Sylvia was working as an actress when this photo was taken to be used on a stock photo website. And then years later, this photo was used for a most unconventional and unfortunately hilarious purpose. And in an interview, she talked about how she actually took issue with this meme for a time because she had been working her whole life to build up an acting career, and her most famous work was being known as, I don't know, crying over a lack of oat milk. That could fit for that meme, right? Yeah. And that must be a very annoying experience for her because she likely has much more impressive work than this, work that she's far more proud of. Doesn't matter. This is all she will ever be. That's all she's known for. Another thing, there's no way to recreate this kind of buzz. It can't be done because really, you never deserved that much attention in the first place. Actually, I take it back. You never had that kind of attention in the first place because the buzz was never about you. It was about the joke. Like, do you remember the great Vine to YouTube pipeline of 2017 when many Viners tried to make the perilous...
Yeah, dude, a lot of these Viners tried to make it to like YouTube or other mediums, and they were the like movie industry was trying to capitalize on these people that are doing the same thing with TikTokers now. But it's just they try to capitalize on it, and it just doesn't transfer very well. Now, YouTube's been able to get a lot of these people to transfer over to YouTube because of their shorts, but at the time there was nothing, and they were like, oh, I'll go do YouTube, I'll do long form content, and they just didn't know how to do it because they had to go from being funny in 6 seconds to funny in 8
Journey from platform
minutes
to platform, and most died trying because people never really loved them. They loved the handful of jokes they kept recycling for every 6-second video they made. In summary, your joke was famous, not you, and there is nothing you can do to change that.
But again, there were the exceptions who made it over. I mean, as much as he's hated, Logan Paul's made a fucking empire, and he started on Vine. Jake Paul, his brother. You have there's so many more. There's so many more examples than just those guys. But there are examples to be made, and the thing is, you can try and you can keep grinding and try to figure out, okay, why was I liked here? How do I incorporate this into a video? I mean, you see people who make the complete change. Like, you watch Call Me Chris's TikTok compared to her long form content, they're completely different. But I can watch both and get something from what I'm watching.
Yeah, I didn't actually leave, so I'm gonna sit back down now. When something goes wrong in our lives, or at least just not the way we wanted it to.
I love this guy. I really do like his video format. I enjoy it. I try to do this in some of my videos.
We often look for a reason, something we can
Not like I'm going to try this. I literally have done stuff like this in videos.
point at and then push all the blame on and maybe fix later, but mostly it's just so I know what to be mad at. And it's no different when it comes to this. I made great art and you people loved me. Now that's gone. How do I fix this? Where did you go? But the truth is, there's nothing you can do to fix this. That whole thing of people liking you and giving you attention, you don't have control over that. You never did. So it sucks, but then you're left thinking, you know, where do I go from here?
You just keep grinding. Put your foot to the fucking pedal. Pull up those bootstraps, buddy. Pull up those bootstraps, buddy, and just get it done, dog.
I'll tell you where we go. We segue into the next part of the video where we feel better about ourselves now. Where do you find your validation? Because it really shouldn't be dependent on the success of your work. Easier said than done, but it's the truth. I used to feel that once I made it on YouTube, I would be fully satisfied. People would think I was funny and they would give me attention and love and praise, and I'd have family and friends and we'd all high-five at the end of the movie. Like, it would be great.
That's not what it's like. No, you grind. You get to where you've hit a grind. You grind some more. And that's what I want to eventually be. I want this channel to be successful as fuck. I want it to be good, but I don't ever want to slow down. I just want to keep grinding until I have a financial situation that I'm happy with, not because of like I'm doing this for the money, but because that's the ultimate goal for every YouTuber, to get a lot of views, to be financially successful, and then I'm gonna like stonk up on other shit in life. I will just be like chilling, happy, but like happy in the grind set. It's about building something. It's not like you build the business, you open the door, you have the first good day of sales, and you're like, all right, well, shut the business down. I'm just going to show up every day half drunk and sit behind the counter and let the dividends come in. No, you got to keep working. The work never stops. It's with anything you build.
Hey, I don't need counseling. This will fix me. My life would be smooth sailing after I finally accomplished that goal.
If you have this thought, any other small YouTubers that are here, any other small YouTubers that are like, oh, once I get that success, it'll be different. It won't be. It'll be the same. It'll be the same. It'll be that same monkey grind, only you're going to be looking at bigger numbers. I mean, I can tell you from when I talked to YouTubers who were much smaller than me and much bigger than me all the time. All the time. Something I try to network the best I can. And one thing I can see is I can talk to a small YouTuber and watch them just get ecstatic, fucking amped over 100 views. And I remember when I was first there, when I first had that mindset. And then I can look at somebody who has like a gajillion views, and then their video doesn't get a gajillion views on the next one, and then they're upset and they're sad about it. And I can be on both sides, celebrating and consoling, and see how it affects. And I can see it in my middle zone that I'm like, oh yeah, I have the exact same things going on with me. It's just at a different level. It never changes. The grind doesn't change. It's just about your mindset to the grind.
Did that prove true? Well, I still feel that I'm bad at forming close bonds with people. I'm not doing great in all of my classes this semester, and this morning I had a pound of ground beef for breakfast.
If you ever want to collab, buddy, I'm here. I can be your friend. There we go. You made a friend.
So I wouldn't say my life is going.
Look at me being a good fucking guy. I'm big dog. I'm big heart dog. Woo, 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 woo.
Going extraordinarily well. You can't totally depend on how people respond to your work. You have to know who you are. Because you are an artist. And let's not kid ourselves.
Hell yeah, I am. I make the best taint and click jokes in the industry, baby. I'm that retard with the good jokes. I got the jokes, motherfucker. Woo!
Create with the hope of being seen and adored. That's normal, but that's not the main reason why. The reason is because we have an idea that won't leave us alone until we bring it into fruition. And that's what motivates most of what we do.
Dude, I've had so many videos where they were just a great idea and I wanted to fucking grind. I wanted them to be good so bad and I worked my ass off to make them happen. And I have videos that are coming up that have those ideas. And then there's some videos that I just do. And I do them because I know that I need a video that week. I know that I do it. My Monday videos are that. Always. My movie reviews are always a video that I just get out to keep me fresh, to keep me vibing. There's something to keep me from getting rusty. Now, I don't care if my Monday videos get any views. I don't give a fuck if anybody watches my movie reviews. But I do them to keep myself fresh, to keep myself doing it without, like, doing the stream thing. Because this is a much different dynamic. So, when I make a regular video, it's about, like, cultivating ideas. So, I try stuff out in my Monday videos sometimes, and I like add different things in, and I work really hard to like think of an idea that's going to make my other videos that I care more about better. And I have little things throughout my channel to keep me from getting dull, from getting boring, from getting bored with this whole experience of YouTube.
Also, I'd like to take a second and acknowledge, I think it's a little pretentious that I consider myself an artist. I make YouTube videos and
we're all artists, baby. We all are making art in our own way. We're all fucking out here slinging our meat and slinging our elongated clits. We're doing it, baby. And whether it's our format is making long form films that go to fucking Sundance or whatever, or acting in movies, it's our fucking painting the Mona Lisa. We're all doing our own thing in our own formats, and it's about like what putting yourself out there in the same extent. I've had videos that I consider like some of the intros and some of the videos like to have high art, and like I worked my ass off on them. So like at the end of the day, you are creating art. It's just your own form, and we live in a world of expression, and to discount that expression in any means is something that we shouldn't do. Like if you spend your whole life comparing yourself to other artists and is my art as good as theirs, you're gonna go fucking mad. Just do your fucking thing, hang out with your tits out, and have fun with it.
An unclothed mattress. I don't know that I qualify for this category, but I'm gonna insert myself in until somebody tells me to get out. And also another thing to consider, especially with one hit.
And if they tell you to get out, kick them the fuck out.
Wonders, money.
Gatekeeping's for fucking losers.
Like, could you imagine having complete financial freedom because you made one song 30 years ago? Well, this is what Chumbawamba lead singer Dunstan Bruce had to say about the aftermath of their hit song, Tub Thumping. It's really funny that only 70% of the words in that sentence actually sound real. When it was obvious that we weren't going to have another massive hit, we weren't that upset. We made enough money to be able to continue doing what we wanted to do. So creatively, it opened up loads of doors. And that is an interesting take that I saw.
That is exactly what I said at the beginning of the video. Your success, when you have big success, at least you've had that hit. At least you now can look at it and be like, wow, this did really good. I have all these other doors open for me. I can collab with other people because I've had that hit. And that's something you should never discount to yourself.
Saw more than once in researching this video. The idea that a real artist doesn't need commercial success, that's not a necessity. Really, all you need to do is to make your art and to be passionate about it. Author Elizabeth Gilbert in her TED Talk described this concept as home for the artist, because if they fail, that shies them away from ever making another piece of work. But if they succeed, it also overwhelms them and that they fear they'll never be able to live up to their own hype. In either scenario, they are pushed farther away from home. That is, making things. And her whole argument was that somehow they needed to find their way back.
So think of it like this. For most of your life, you live out your existence here in the middle of the chain of human experience where everything is normal and reassuring and regular. But failure catapults you abruptly way out over here. into the blinding darkness of disappointment. Success catapults you just as abruptly, but just as far, way out over here, into the equally blinding glare of fame and recognition and praise. And there's a real equal danger in both cases of getting lost out there in the hinterlands of the psyche. But in both cases, it turns out that there is also the same remedy for self-restoration, and that is that you have got to find your way back home again as swiftly and...
This is 100% facts. This is 100% facts. Now, again, I'm going to use my own example. When I was making shitty doodle-oodle-woodle content and nobody was watching it, I was like, why isn't nobody watching it? I'm working hard on this. I've always been kind of funny, I guess, and in a weird fucking way. I just, the way I word things or something, people have always said I was very funny. I've done stand-up and gotten laughs, and I was like, I can put this into fucking YouTube. I can do this. I've been saying I was going to do it for years, and I did it. And nobody was coming. Nobody was there, and I was upset. And I was like, why isn't this working for me? And I just started adapting it, learning from it, and I decided to bring it back to myself. I'm like, okay, I have to look at myself. What about me is good? How do I amplify this, and how do I take away from this? In each video I put out, I take a step back and think, like, and when I get bad comments, I think, well, what did I do to turn you off? What was the thing? And if it's illogical fanboyism or like fucking, oh, you didn't play the Souls game right, I wash it off. I don't give a fuck. But if it's like actual constructive criticism, I will internalize it and think, oh, okay, as me, as a person, how can I adapt to this? How can I adapt to this situation? And it's all about coming back to this home state, to where I am, and then evaluating who I am, and then going out to the world. Because if I would have looked at my one video that did really well, and when I had that buzz of, wow, dude, I made it. But after that, my videos weren't hitting every time, and I was like, okay, well, now I need to recenter. I know that I like this, and I'm having fun with this direction, so I'm going to keep pushing this direction. And then when I got another muse, I kept pushing with that muse. And I kept running with it. And that's what I'm doing now. I'm having fun with this, so I'm going to keep doing it. And I've seen other successful people do it, so I'm going to emulate that, but in my own fucking style. Now, will it be overly successful and pay me an endless dividends? Who the fuck knows, dude? I ain't a fucking soothsayer. I don't know if tomorrow is gonna rain or stuff. I'm not a fucking meteorologist who just puts their pussy in the atmosphere and can tell the weather. But I can keep trying and keep having fun with it, because at the end of the day, I'm me, and this is just a fun thing I do on the side that if it does well enough, maybe it will become a real thing. But until then, I'm just a guy, and I will always just be a guy that has his priorities out there, who likes FPS games, who loves his wife, who loves his daughter, and who loves his life. That's the most important thing to me, is my life in general. If I ever started hating this thing, I would just drop off the internet. Who cares? That's what you, at the end of the day, you can't let your art, your projects own you. You never let one thing become your entire personality, because if that one thing falters, then your whole world goes into disarray.
Smoothly as you can. For me, going home meant returning to the work of writing, because writing was my home. Because I loved writing more than I hated failing at writing, which is to say that I loved writing more than I loved my own ego.
And I can relate to this myself, kind of. I've been really busy these past few weeks because of school, so that's why I haven't been able to make as many videos as I've wanted to. Side note, if you're thinking about becoming an engineering student, don't do that. That's so stupid. But with that being said, I've missed this. Sort of.
It's better than theater arts. That's what I was going to college for. And I took a break from college and went to go back, and I had enough time between when I'd last gone to college to when I'd left and came back to realize that a theater arts degree is fucking stupid, and I wasn't going to waste my money anymore.
No, yeah, I think I have. I've really missed this. Really missed this? I think so. Do I miss this? I think I missed this. I like this. Of course, I won't lie. I missed the part of waking up in the morning and checking my YouTube stats and seeing that everybody loves me. Yay! I'm a hypocrite, but I also really enjoy the process of making it, like setting up the lights and writing a script and filming this and then editing it. Editing is really fun. And so, do I do this 100% for the artistic integrity and because I just love making pieces and nothing else? No, I'm lying. Every
YouTuber who says they just do it for the artistic integrity is lying. They're lying to you. they do it in part because of that, but it's also the success, and don't let anybody tell you differently. That's why we all do this. That's why every popular artist in the world does it, is there's a part that they're doing it for the art and another part for fame and recognition, because you want to be recognized for your art. It's just, it's the taint that comes with the salad, baby.
Want this video, please watch it again if you have time. Like, yes, I want the things I make to succeed, and I feel bad when they don't. Is that a crime? The whole premise of this video is that I'm upset when that doesn't happen. But there is an undeniable joy from this process that has nothing to do with graphs and numbers and statistics. It is sometimes just really fun to have a good idea in your head that won't leave you alone until you birth it into reality. So in summary, I do hope this video does well. I don't think it will, but I hope it does. To be honest, if it doesn't, I'll probably have to cut back on making videos because, again, engineering student, don't do that to yourself.
Well, I think your video did good. It has 100K views, so.
But in any case, I am glad that this video exists. It's done now, and it can be enjoyed by anybody in the world at any time, and I can always be proud that I made something. I created, I am an artist. So, yeah. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for the video, man. I actually really like that. I found it really uplifting. I like the message all told in this, and I like the way he told it. I know it sounds like I could be a little bitchy at parts and a little bit, but I'm just fucking around at the end of the day. This is all for me, all for fun, and I really like that. Big ups, pimp. Big ups, pimp. If he watches this and you want to be my friend, I am completely open to that. I'm open to be anybody's friend. I hope you do good in engineering. This is a good video, dude. This is a good one. Anybody out there who feels like the world's too tough and you just can't do anymore, and it's like you're grinding, just remember to take a step away from it. Take a look at what you're doing in life, and then be like, okay, what have I done that's successful in this, and what have I done? Like, what can I do to keep pushing this forward? What are other people doing that? Never let yourself become stagnant, and always keep pushing forward. There's always a light at the end of the rainbow, and you can always try new things and try to better yourself at every fucking opportunity. Never let anybody tell you you're not good enough, because you are, and you can be. Everybody has the potential to be fucking great. And if you like, even if you're like a lol cow or something, and you feel like it's down, look at Boogie298, baby. He's killing it for some fucking reason, and he faked cancer. But yeah, that was it. That was that one. I like that. If this dude gets this, oh, I am subscribed. I'm subscribed. We're good. I subscribed when my buddy in chat told me to watch this in the past. This is good. I liked it. Big ups, my pimp. All right, what time is it? Ooh, 8:48. I am going to. I think I'm going to call it there. Thank you guys so much for coming on tonight. I really appreciate you all. I had some other stuff to do in the background. That's why I didn't stream till this late. But thank you all for coming out. This is always great. I appreciate every single fucking one of you for coming through on my streams. I do have some more. As you can see, I have a whole fucking watch later to do. I keep him in there. I can remove this. But yeah, dude, I have a whole thing. I got some lore to go in. I got some fucking only goons watch Berserk, the Mutahar shit. More fucking of this clown. I hate this guy. But yeah, so it should be fun. Tune in again, dude. I'll be doing this all the time now. At least for this month when my family's out of town, because what else am I gonna fucking do? Thank you guys so much. Catch you later.